If you were thinking about buying the early access to the ultra-realistic FPS game on Steam called Bodycam, then you need to watch this video before buying the game. Bodycam is one of the most ultra-realistic FPS games on the market right now. Its style of graphics and gameplay are unparalleled to any other game that is available to purchase. You could literally take a clip of this game and post it on Facebook and trick every single adult that's on there that this is real life. It's that indistinguishable from real life. It's crazy. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing some topics you need to consider before buying the game on Steam, but first, let's discuss the dev team. Well, actually, before that, let me put a warning on this video. If you get motion sickness very easily, this game may not be for you. There are some settings you can change to help mitigate this. It does get better the more you play it, but if you're sensitive to motion sickness, you may not want to play this game. Again, like I said, there's some settings you can tweak for it to make it a little bit easier to digest. Okay, now let's get into the size of the dev team. Bodycam is a game designed by two brothers, Luca and Leo, who are two passionate French developers. They're 17 and 20 years old. They want to push the boundaries of photorealism by delivering an intense, immersive, and team-oriented experience that stands out from any other game. This is all powered by the Unreal Engine 5. I want to give props to them before stating anything bad about the game. The fact that these two brothers published a game like this in early access is absolutely mind-blowing. And before you come in review bombing the game, just take into consideration the fact that it's two brothers who decided to pursue a passion project. Have some empathy and support, because without our involvement, it would be tough to develop a game like this. Providing constructive feedback and criticism is good, but don't project the same way we do towards AAA titles or publishers, because these dudes do not have the manpower, money, experience, and knowledge that these AAA companies have. If you want more on this, read the section under the Early Access tab in the main store page for the game. The developers had a note and a lot to say about the game in its current state, so I would actually try and read that. But with the help of Unreal Engine 5, they're able to create the most hyper-realistic FPS out there. But like I said, with just two devs that are 17 and 20 with a combined age of under 40 years old, the experience and the knowledge and the development process, the money, the manpower is just not there compared to these AAA titles, these AAA publishers. So when you come into this game, have some empathy and understanding, provide good constructive feedback, because in their roadmap that I'll be talking about a little later in the video, they do take in community feedback and they will implement this into the game. They stated that the game will be in early access for a couple years, so take that into consideration as well when you're buying the game. But secondly, let's discuss the issues. Obviously, with an early access game, there's going to be a ton of issues. There are a decent amount of issues in the game, like having trouble connecting to player-hosted servers, audio bugs, setting issues, performance issues if you don't have a beefy PC, and the overall mechanics. They have been releasing quick hot patches that have been actually pretty helpful. I did notice that the quick match was removed for about an hour, but it was placed back in right after a hot patch, and it fixed the quick match loading, so that's pretty awesome. But if you're able to push through all the shitty issues, it is beyond the most amount of fun and immersion that I've had in a game ever. This game really puts you in full on. I've never felt so pulled in and put into an intense situation before, even with 9 years of Siege experience. This tops it 100 times over. Even with experience playing Ready or Not and Rainbow Six Siege, this game just clears both of them by a mile. But a positive aspect is these issues have been addressed by the game developers, and they have released a year roadmap with a variety of topics that will address my concerns for the game. So starting with Q2, which ends June 30th, they plan on implementing bug fixes, performance improvements, various game improvements, anti-cheat improvements, and adding more maps. Q3, which starts July 1st, they will implement new weapons, character skins, more maps, a zombies mode, which is going to be fucking wild. The game is already scary when it's dark, let alone adding zombies into this type of game. It's going to be beyond horrifying. And NVIDIA DLSS, which will help out massively, since most of Steam players, about 76% of gamers on Steam, have NVIDIA hardware. And fun fact, the 3060 is one of the most popular cards at almost 7% of the player base. Pretty neat. Then with Q4 starting in October 1st, they plan on adding new game modes, more maps, photo mode, which is interesting, multiple languages, and more to come. Obviously, these things are subjected to change and are not set in stone, but this is what they expect to have come down the pipeline for the game. With Q2 starting soon, in about 3 weeks, I hope to see the game improve massively with performance and overall various game improvements. I'm super excited for those because it's not as bad on my computer, but I do have a 4080, no braggadocious. I still only get like 90 to 100 frames. So I'm hoping some of these improvements will help polish the game experience. So let me put it this way if you're determining on whether or not you want to buy Bodycam. First, I do want to state this game is not available on console, and I do not know if the developers have a plan to release this on console or if it's just going to be a Steam-only game. And if you're willing to put up with these issues in the beginning of the game and be an early supporter, then go ahead and purchase the game on Steam. It's 10% off as an introductory offer ending June 14th, so if you end up liking it and you have a decent amount of fun, you can hold on to the game and it will get better in a month or two. But if you're someone who is looking for a more polished and finished early release game, then I would wait till the end of Q2, Q3 to give it a try. The game has been in early access for about a week, but with prior private access tests in the past. But so far, I've been having the most amount of fun I've had on a game in a while, and that comes with an honest heart because the gaming industry has been pretty lackluster lately. Call of Duty sucked, Siege has sucked. Every other game that's not a single player has been sucking it. So for me to say this and get pulled into this game, it means a lot. And maybe I'm glazing too hard. I don't know. I've just had a lot of fun with this game when working through all the kinks, but it's just been a blast for me personally. The intensity and immersion cannot be compared to any other game. With the dynamic weather system, when maps get extremely dark and you are by yourself, it's almost like a horror game. It's absolutely horrifying when the map gets completely pitch dark and you have a flashlight. It literally turns into a horror game. Not knowing where the enemy is, not having a map, and only communicating with your teammates through proximity chat through walkie-talkies adds to the immersion. Some of my favorite features about the game is the gunplay once you get used to it, the dynamic weather patterns and day-night cycles. The maps are good, besides Oil Rig, I absolutely hate that map. And the droning phase after you die, you turn into a little drone and fly around. You can actually help your team by communicating and spotting the enemy with you have a flashlight or 3 different modes. You can have night vision, thermal vision, or regular vision. And obviously the proximity chat. I've had nothing but a blast once I pushed through all of these issues. I have really high hopes for this game, and I hope the community is empathetic to the devs. This game has a bright future, and with the help of us gamers, we can help push this game into the limelight and possibly help them expand even further. In short, if you could put up with all the glitches, technical issues, and performance issues right now, mind you, it's not all the time, then purchase the game because it's a lot of fun when you get into it. If you want a game that works 100% of the time and has minimal issues, then I would say wait until the end of this year to revisit and determine if you want to purchase the game. With that said, I hope this helps determine if you want to or do not want to buy Bodycam. The game has been gaining some steam over the last few days, and I hope to see it succeed. There's no game out there right now that compares to the level of immersion, graphical quality, and style of gameplay. Just like Tarkov, there's no competitor to this game yet, and I hope to see this game succeed. I would really hate to see it just dwindle out and die as a project. I'm very excited and I'm really hopeful for the future for this game. And I'm not glazing. If you guys felt this video to be helpful, please leave a like on the video as it greatly helps push this video into YouTube's algorithm. Also, drop a comment down below if you have played this game already and let me know your opinion so far on it. But like I said, there's nothing in the gaming industry right now that compares to this game. I have about 6-7 hours of gameplay on it so far, and once I got through all of the issues and got some good games in, it's been extremely fun. The level of detail, quality, immersion, day-night cycles, the droning, it's just been an absolute blast. Once you get through all those issues, I hope you have some fun. With that said, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, morning, or evening, whatever it may be. Take care, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.